Hey guys! For fans of Street Outlaws, there are plenty of fast cars and unforgettable characters that make the show such a phenomenon. But when it comes to personality, ingenuity, and outright unpredictability, few can rival Farmtruck and AZN. The Oklahoma duo have carved their own lane in the world of underground racing, not with polished race shop builds or corporate sponsors, but with creativity, humor, and a willingness to turn the absurd into reality. Today, we're diving deep into the car collection of this legendary duo. And trust me, this isn't just about horsepower and shiny paint jobs. It's about chaos, creativity, and an unfiltered passion for cars that even longtime Street Outlaws fans can't help but be amazed by. Stick around, because by the end of this ride, you'll understand exactly why Farmtruck and AZN's garage stands apart from anywhere else in the racing world. The pair's shop sits in Bethany, Oklahoma, just off Route 66. At first glance, it looks like a forgotten industrial building. But step inside, and it's a sprawling 10,000-square-foot wonderland. With Farmtruck's construction know-how, the duo transformed what was once a decaying body shop into their creative nerve center. It needed a roof. The floors were terrible. There was about an inch of Bondo everywhere, AZN once admitted. We pretty much polished a turd. That ethos, turning junk into joyrides, defines their collection. Every dent, every swap, every weird experiment is born from the belief that no idea is too crazy to try. At the center of the shop sit the rides that cemented their place on Street Outlaws. The Farmtruck Rusty, dented and utterly deceptive. The Farmtruck is the beating heart of their empire. The roof is caved in from victory celebrations, the shell looks beaten to death, and AZN's name is still misspelled on the side. But lift the hood, and it's all business. A 632 cubic inch big block built by advanced racing engines, backed by nitrous and simplicity. It starts on a key, Farmtruck brags. You open the bottles, flip a switch, and you're ready to race. In an age of laptops and fuel injection, the Farmtruck remains a brutally analog monster, living proof that appearances deceive. AZN's Volkswagen Bug. When producers wanted AZN to have his own ride, he picked an import that was familiar but quirky, a classic VW Beetle. Over the years, it evolved from humble beginnings into a Subaru EJ25 turbo swap pushing 4-digit horsepower. Despite the power, it still mated to an old-school slushbox transmission, making it as unpredictable as it is fast. Just like AZN, the Bug is funny, unassuming, and secretly lethal. Fans love it not because it's perfect, but because it perfectly represents him. Beyond the headline cars, Farmtruck and AZN stable is filled with machines that defy logic and scream personality. The Walker Wagon, 1973 Chevy Nova Wagon. Once, Paul Walker's personal beach cruiser, bought at Barrett-Jackson with his name still on the title. Kept mostly stock, it's a respectful tribute to the late star. The Burnout Cadillac, 1963 Cadillac. Famous for setting the world record for the longest burnout, complete with a 284 block strapped to the brake pedal. Absurd, dangerous, and exactly what fans expect from them. The Mordor Nova, a tongue-in-cheek retaliation to Murder Nova's prank build. With a fake blower and small block power, it's more joke than juggernaut, but a lasting symbol of the playful rivalry within the 405. The real magic of their collection lies in the what-if projects, machines that look impossible until Farmtruck and AZN make them real. The Funny Farm Tandem. Dragster, 2 front-wheel drive Cadillacs welded cab to cab, each with its own engine, built to do zero-turn burnouts and crab walk down the strip. Nobody else would dare attempt it. The Farm Boat. A pontoon boat reborn as a water-going farm truck, complete with its original wheels turned into pontoons. With a 632 big block and nitrous, it's equally suited for burnouts or Christmas light parades on the river. El Zappo, electric S10. Long before EV drag racing became mainstream, Farmtruck experimented with a massive GE forklift motor capable of 1,000 ft-lbs of torque. Batteries may cost $60,000, but the ambition behind it is priceless. These builds may never win races, but that's not the point. They're about imagination, spectacle, and proving that car culture is about fun as much as it is about speed. Not every ride is a stunt. Some are used often, even if they're just as ridiculous as the rest. Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8, AZN's daily driver, transformed with a ProCharger and nitrous into a 1,350 horsepower missile disguised as a family SUV. The camper car, a Chevy sport van turned into a troll machine, designed to hide in blind spots and burst out for laughs. Crown Victoria Enduro cars. After buying 13 old police cars for $25 each, the duo dove into endurance racing, proving they'll race just about anything, with wheels. Step outside, and the chaos continues. Their lot is packed with rows of forgotten vehicles, C10 trucks with trees growing through them, an Australian troop carrier, even a prison bus now used for Christmas light tours. Farmtruck sums up his philosophy with a Jay Leno line: "If it goes up in value, you're a collector. If it goes down, you're a hoarder." By that logic, Farmtruck is a collector of the highest order. Yet for him, it's not about resale. It's about preserving stories and sharing parts when others need them. Seeing these cars is one thing. Riding in them is something else entirely. A run in the camper car is loud, claustrophobic, and hilarious. A pull in AZN's Jeep feels like a luxury rocket. But the crown jewel is the Farmtruck. When its 632 fires up, the earth shakes. The launch is violent, the noise deafening, and yet the effect is pure joy. For fans, riding shotgun isn't just transportation. It's a rite of passage. The future is simple. Keep having fun. They've shifted focus to YouTube, building whatever they feel like, free from TV producers or the pressure to climb the top 10 list. Their collection isn't about winning trophies. It's about celebrating creativity, friendship, and the underdog spirit. A rusted Farmtruck can become a legend. A prank can become a build. A joke can become history. In the end, Farmtruck and AZN's garage isn't just impressive because of the cars inside. It's impressive because of the passion, humor, and heart that fuel it. In a world of polish and perfection, they've proven that chaos and character can be just as powerful. One of the most fascinating things about Farmtruck and AZN's collection is how it straddles the line between museum and workshop. Unlike many high-end garages where vehicles sit covered in dust under ropes, their machines are constantly tinkered, with raced or repurposed for new ideas. Nothing is too sacred to be fired up, torn apart, or modified again. This fluid, ever-evolving approach makes their collection feel alive, like each car has its own ongoing story instead of being frozen in time. That sense of playfulness is also what keeps fans so invested. When you watch Farmtruck and AZN on Street Outlaws or on their own YouTube channel, you're not just watching two guys race. You're watching them dream up insane scenarios and then figure out how to actually make them work. The camper car isn't just a van, it's a rolling punchline, with engineering genius behind the joke. The tandem dragster isn't just a stunt. It's proof that they see cars as toys for adults with unlimited imagination. It's worth noting that their collection also serves as a cultural time capsule. From Paul Walker's Nova wagon to rows of forgotten C10s, their yard preserves vehicles that might otherwise have been scrapped. Even their enduro racing Crown Victorias speak to a piece of American car culture that's fading as police fleets switch to SUVs. Farmtruck and AZN aren't just building, they're archiving, keeping the history of ordinary cars alive for future generations. But don't mistake their fun-first philosophy as a lack of skill. The level of engineering required to build something, like the farm boat or El Zappo, is staggering. Every project involves custom fabrication, clever problem-solving, and long nights in the shop. They might joke about using duct tape and 2x4s, but behind the laughs is serious mechanical know-how. It's why fans respect them as much as they love them. The comedy is real, but so is the craftsmanship. Another underrated aspect of their operation is the community they've built around it. Local racers, builders, and fans often swing by their shop, sometimes to help on a project, sometimes just to hang out. Farmtruck in particular is known for handing out parts to younger builders, refusing to let history rot in the dirt when it can help someone else chase a dream. Their garage has become a hub, not just for builds but for friendships and mentorship in the Oklahoma car scene. For Street Outlaws itself, Farmtruck and AZN have been essential in keeping the show balanced. While other racers focus solely on climbing the list and chasing wins, these two bring heart and humor. Their outlandish builds keep the show fresh, reminding fans that street racing isn't only about who's fastest. It's about the culture, the creativity, and the characters. Without them, the 405 would feel a lot less colorful. Looking ahead, the possibilities for their collection seem endless. Will the tandem dragster ever actually race down a track? Will the farm boat return to the water with even more power? Or will they dream up something entirely new? Maybe a burnout school bus or a nitrous-powered lawnmower? If history is any indication, they'll keep surprising fans with projects nobody else would dare attempt. Ultimately, Farmtruck and AZN's car collection isn't just impressive because of the horsepower numbers or the rare finds. It's impressive because it reflects who they are. Two best friends who never stopped treating cars like fun, messy, thrilling adventures. In an automotive world where perfection often overshadows passion, their garage is a reminder that the best builds don't always start with a blank check. They start with imagination, laughter, and a willingness to try something crazy, just to see if it works.